sloppy. Come on. Okay. Two Akrons against it. Come on, Danny Pippen. Stay.
McIntyre. Marquell is from Greensboro, North Carolina. Has been a member of the Akron basketball team for 5 years. As a walk-on, Marquell
this year. Coaches tonight, Rob Senderoff tells us one of the best rivalries in college basketball. Kent State-Akron, his top memory? Well, it has to be 2017, beating the Zips in the MAC tourney title game in Cleveland and going to the big dance. First time as a head coach, Ohio, Illinois, Akron. John Gross has won a regular season title now. He wants the top seed in the MAC tournament. Great chance to be named MAC Coach of the Year for the first time. He talked about rebounding, live turnovers, critical in this great rivalry game tonight against Kent State. Meeting number 154 about to unfold here at the Jar on the Akron campus. Early foul call. Tyler Cheese. 2 seconds in, Steve.
I think you get a little amped up in these rivalry games, and you know, when you look at it, Akron has a lot on the line. They want that #1 seed. Kent, no matter what happens, they're going to play Monday at home, the home game in the first round of the tournament.
Chris Beaver, Gillette, Steve McJunkins on court officiating currently here tonight. Pippen hangs, gets a roll, and hits Danny Pippen. Good start, Kent State.
Danny Pippen and Williams are the two guys that have to play well for them to get an upset victory here. Danny Pippen can shoot it outside, he can take it inside.
Lauren Christian Jackson, second in the MAC in scoring behind Northern Illinois' Eugene German. Up top, Cheese thinking three. Can't click. Now the rebound for Anthony Roberts, back in the Kent State lineup. Missed our broadcast a week ago in Athens against Ohio with a groin strain he suffered in the pregame warm-up. Here's Simon stepping back for three, drills it. Great start, Kent State.
Kent State is a team that plays better against better competition. Actually, they're 3-0 against Akron and Bowling Green that are combined 25-9 in the conference, but they're 1-2 against the bottom.
Jackson back iron miss. Williams the track down. Comes to Xeyrius Williams, and he finds the range from three on senior night. Final home game in his career. Only one-year player, played 3 years at Dayton. The Flyers having a brilliant season for Anthony Grant in the Atlantic tent. But Xeyrius Williams playing for a title himself here at Akron now. Antonio Booman Williams pulls up, too strong off the glass. And Xeyrius Williams, the rebound for Akron.
That was a smart play by React, making sure he got up. Booman is only 6 foot tall. Just go the wall up and don't jump when he jumps.
Buck foul call on Simons.
One of the best shooters. We talked to Coach Senderoff today. He was saying that he wants Simons to shoot more. He's such a good shooter. He's a guy that is really a quiet player, but he's one of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
And he is the player profile tonight, brought to you by State Farm. Coach Senderoff told us he only takes high percentage shots. Sometimes he wishes he shot it even more. Roberts, good effort there on the near takeaway. He sits for now, though. Replaced by Giovanni Santiago for Kent State. 6 to shoot. Cheese step back. Oh, it's senior night. He's true from three.
Big smile from Cheese. They need to get that three-point shot going. They struggled a little bit early against Ohio on Tuesday. Looking good so far.
Robert step back for 15. Christian Jackson, diminutive dynamo. Quickly up court, tries to the left. And he hurdles over into the stanchion. As he's fouled on the way to the basket, he shoots two.
This kid's 5'8". I'm 6'10". He is about 5'5", but you'll see Cheese behind the three-point line, knocking it down the jump shot. Like I said, Cheese had 7 assists against Ohio and really helped them on the offensive end. Not so much from scoring, but from distributing. Lauren Jackson fouled out of that game, and they needed somebody to pick up his end of the offense.
And they sure did for John Gross with a huge rally in the second half. Only gave up 17 second half points to Ohio. And the win here on Tuesday we called on CBS Sports Network. Jackson hits a couple. His dad is here. Also Lauren. Victory Rock Prep School. He coached Lauren and Dan Riak together in Bradenton, Florida. Jackson transferred from Long Beach State. What a story. What a player he's been. Great pass. Williams, second try at it. Somehow doesn't drop. Whittington trying to tip it in. Williams has got it back. What an effort. Here's Pippen thinking three. Not close. Jackson long rebound. And the run out for Akron. Look at how quick he is, but he lost the handle this time. Comes to Riak. Banks thinking three. He's got it. Candle Banks buries a triple.
I'm Kent State right now. I get the ball inside of Whittington. He is battling on the low block. Trying to keep that ball alive. Got to get the ball inside to the big fella. Let him work.
Pippen 10 to shoot. Roberts thinking three. Rattles out. Rebound for Tyler Cheese. The JC transfer. Christian Jackson. Not this time. Too strong on a three. Williams will try. Hoist the triple. Everything but go down for the Dayton transfer. And a rebound for Roberts. This is fast break basketball here. Work down low. Layup. Whittington, yes. Chance for a three-point play. Philip Whittington of Kent State.
Now, give Roberts a lot of credit. Came down the court and could have taken it over to the basket, but he saw Riak come over and help out. Whittington had his hands up. Whittington's a smart kid. Senior construction management graduate. Already got a job lined up in Atlanta, but I have a feeling that he might want to go overseas and play and make a little money, and then he'll have that degree for his life. What a smart kid. Made a great play there.
Now Los Angeles cannot complete the three-point play. Williams a hand on the rebound, and on the baseline, saves it. His teammate Greg Tribble, freshman from Cincinnati, getting his first playing time here tonight.
Tribble played outstanding against Ohio when Jackson was out with the fouls.
Not sure if that was a lob or a shot. Christian Jackson, I think that was a lob for Reese. Broken up instead by Antonio Williams. Whittington from 17, way off.
Well, he got that construction degree. He just threw up the first brick.
Dribble and rebound. Off the miss from Tribble. Rebound Williams from Simons. Antonio Williams lays it in.
Nice Euro step in transition. When you need a big play, you go to Antonio Williams. This kid plays so hard. I mean, he's the heart and soul of this team. The best player is probably Danny Pippen. The most important player night in and night out is Pippen. But Antonio Williams is the heartbeat.
Good chat with Rob Sinderoff before the game. He told us what a valuable player he has been all year. Should be all conference. Banks trying to make the save. Kent State ball when we return. Underway from the jar. Meeting 1-5-4. These great college basketball rivals. You're watching Bracket Week on CBS Sports Network. Presented by Cabot. Could get them there, Steve Wolf.
Three different guys have hit three-point jump shots, and Kent State is not getting out to the perimeter quick enough to defend those shots. And with Cheese, Banks, and Williams out beyond the arc, you have to find them.
Meeting number 154, we told you about it. Started in 1915. And the latest chapter unfolds here tonight. Kent State won. Great game. You and I call on CBS Sports Network. The end of January at the Mack Center, 12.6 miles away from Summit to Portage counties, to be precise. Candle Banks had a shot. Last moments to try to win the game. Akron couldn't come through. Pippen sure did have double-double that night. Way off this time. And Cheese has the rebound for Akron. On the bounce for Reese. Played really well here Tuesday against Ohio. Pump fake for Cameron Reese and hits.
That time he just got the ball with the back of his basket. Made a couple moves around the basket. And he backed off. Didn't stay on there. Put pressure defense on the inside.
That's 6.6 rebounds the first time these teams met. At the Mack Center in Kent. Simons back in the game. The back end, the spin. The fall-away jumper for Troy Simons. Not just a three-point shooter.
Simons is going to have to pick up that offense. He's going to have to shoot tonight because right now, C.J. Williamson is not in the game. He's not even here. He's not going to play. And he's one of the guys on the bench. So it's a shorter bench for Kent State. They need production from Simons.
Christian Jackson for three.
Christian Jackson's one of those guys, when you have those 3-point shooters on the perimeter, and Jackson running the show, he can dribble, drive, get to the basket, he can pull up, but he's finding guys on the perimeter.
Williams drives and converts. Antonio Williams, the senior, junior college transfer out of Chicago, went to Indian Hills College. Final regular season game for him. Christian Jackson, the kick out for Xeyrius Williams. Dribble, front iron miss from long range. Williams, the track down. The other Williams, that's Antonio, got in the way. Akron keeps it.
You'll see the nice skip pass, leaving Jackson open. That's a big throwing it. Williams throwing it cross court. Jackson's able to do it then. When you need a bucket, Antonio Williams, 5'10" maybe. Drive it in the lane. I have him listed at 6 foot, but
you're not going to give him 6 foot.
I don't give him 6 foot. He is outstanding. He jumps like he's a 6'3" guy. He gets up around that rim.
Banks got caught under the basket. Santiago defensive glass. Kent State kick out. Simons, New Mexico transfer. Too strong on a three. Whittington kept it alive. And a foul call on Tervel Beck, the UNLV transfer, as he gets physical on the rebound attempt.
And you'll see the shot from Simons. A beautiful box out by Riak. And then you see the foul at the end with Beck. I mean, you have to be smart under that basket. There's Mitch Peterson coming in the game. He's a senior for Kent State.
Started Tuesday at the Mack Center on the Kent State campus on senior night. Rob Senderoff told us today, Wolfie, go deep on the bench. He wants to keep the bodies as fresh as possible for Monday because without question, they'll play at home. He can't be a top 4 seed. The way it's worked out this year, he's got to keep his guys fresh. Loose change comes to Santiago. He's one of the players getting a lot of minutes tonight. Whittington, nice fake, and the jump hook with the right in the paint.
Well, John Gross has talked about making sure we win the rebounding war. He said at every timeout, he's going to check and see the rebounds and turnovers. And right now, they're winning the rebounding war, but they got to keep Whittington out of the post.
Christian Jackson trying to get free. Very physical. Off the glass and in. He received the bump, but no whistle.
Very strong upper body to be able to get that shot off with contact.
We saw him at shoot around today. Had a brace on the right hand. He said he hurt a couple games back. Wore it in practice, but does not have it on during the game here tonight.
And after the game, he goes up to the coach where he hurt it, and he says, "Coach, I hurt my thumb." And he goes, "Well, you need to hurt it every time." He had 35 points in that game. But you got to love Jackson. This diminutive guard is big time on talent. One of the best offensive players, not only in the conference, but in college basketball. Big rivalry game.
Senior zips and career numbers. Tyler Cheese, Williams, Banks, all transfers, all valuable part of what could be a championship team here.
Well, and I think they're all recipients of a great player by who I think will be the conference player of the year, Lord Christian Jackson. I mean, he gets in there. He's able to get these guys open for outside jump shots. It's nice when you have a facilitator like Jackson. And there's Marion Jackson's having a great year. Christian Jackson's having a great year. German. You see Santiago coming in a game and another 3-point jump shot.
Well, 6 points against BG on Tuesday night in the senior night win for Kent State. Freshman from Puerto Rico. That was pretty good.
Well, I think Rob Senderoff's wondering who he's going to have play in this conference tournament. And he's trying to figure out if Santiago is going to be that guy. As you see, Kent State has to make sure they know where Jackson is. Jackson's running wild so far early. They got to get the ball up and run and turn over Akron. On the other end, Akron doesn't want to turn the ball over to have live ball turnovers and easy points in the paint. And they have to win the rebounding war. They won it when they played at Kent State, but they struggled in the turnover side of it.
Here's Dan Riak on the move. Gets a roll on senior night. Transfer from East Carolina.
That's a big time
high school teammate of Lauren Christian Jackson. That was a sweet move, wasn't it?
Nice little spin move in there.
Recent foul on Kent State's Terrell Beck, his second. Evan Bainbridge into the game. Up top. Missed by Roberts, the sophomore from Detroit. Can't click from three.
How many times did Rob Senderoff say, you know, hey, this game is not going to mean anything in as far as what's going to happen in the tournament. I want to win this game. He was so excited about playing in this rivalry game.
Halftime at the Stroh Center on the BG campus, and Buffalo leads now by 7. So if Bowling Green loses that game, regardless of what happens here, Akron is the regular season champion outright and the #1 seed in the upcoming MAC tournament. If BG can rally and win, Akron loses, then Bowling Green takes the top seed. If they both win, of course, it is a Akron championship by 1 game. Santiago out. And one more free throw here for Anthony Roberts.
It was interesting. We did the game on Tuesday. John Gross did not want to cut down the nets, and he didn't want to talk about it. He wouldn't talk with us about it, but he basically never brought it up in the shoot around. And we talked about it. He distanced himself from it and didn't decide to cut down the nets until after the game was over.
Good feed, Antonio Williams to Whittington. And Philip Whittington will shoot 2. So if things started tonight, Akron the top seed. Quarterfinals for the top 4 seeds, Buffalo, Bowling Green, and Northern Illinois. We will cover the semifinals both this year. Can't wait on CBS Sports Network on Friday. Championship game is Saturday in Cleveland.
It's exciting.
Buffalo defending champs.
You know, you just don't know. There's so many good teams right now. Toledo is playing well. Coach Walczyk loves his team. And everybody says we don't want to play him. And you got Eastern Michigan, Rob Murphy. His team started off like a ball of fire. Sputtered a little bit. Got to turn around. And then you have Kent State, who can beat anybody at any time.
With their guards, Danny Pippen, Whittington, agree. Christian Jackson relatively quiet so far. Williams to the basket for 2.
Now, Williams started off very strong against Ohio and really was a leader in that game offensively. John Gross told us when he's playing well offensively, gives us another score that we need, and we think we can win this whole thing.
Whittington can't connect from 12 feet. Dan Riak, long defensive rebound. Christian Jackson, the former high school teammates in Bradenton, Florida, reunited in Akron, Ohio. Cheese with a left. No finish this time. Rebound. Whittington off the head of his teammate Williams. And Booman Antonio Williams runs the show for the Golden Flashes. He pops from 10. Wow, that was not close to the basket. And Xeyrius Williams has the rebound for Akron. Here's Banks. Big fan of Devin Booker, he told us pregame tonight. Couldn't wait for this home finale. He said it's been such a thrill to transfer from JC and now win a championship, at least co-champs in the Mid-American Conference this year. Roberts, long-range bomb.
That time there was mismatches all over the court. And because of the mismatch, they got a wide open 3.
Groin strain before the Ohio game, a knee injury before Tuesday's game with Bowling Green. Roberts out for a couple games, foul called, and free throws on the way for Williams.
You see, Whittington throws it outside. You have Riak. Instead of being down low, he was on the perimeter. You had Lauren Christian Jackson on the low block. Big mismatch.
Wasn't sure he'd have Roberts tonight, but luckily healing just in time after missing 2 games in a row. And here's Williams at the free throw line. Got a big season. 15 double-figure rebound games, second in the MAC behind Willie Jackson. Toledo's 24. First game, Kent State, 15 points, 10 rebounds, back on January 31st. Subs here for Akron. So Williams, to me, is kind of like that wild card player, the secret sauce maybe for Akron's success. Not a lot of people talk about him.
Well, I think it's interesting how John Gross relates to him so well. John Gross was at Illinois, had 3 athletic directors, 3 chancellors, struggled, but they did win 20 games 3 times. But he felt like he was let go there, and he had to start over. He felt like Williams coming here from Dayton, or maybe that he didn't think he'd play again. He felt he got a reprieve, and he's taken it and gone the extra mile, and it's great senior year for Williams.
Another 10 to shoot for Roberts. He is hit on the way to the basket on the baseline. Foul called on Ali, the freshman from Kendallsville, Indiana.
Good dribble penetration by Roberts. He's been asked to do a little bit more. C.J. Williamson would come in, and he's strong, aggressive. He could dribble, drive. He could shoot the 3. So with him not in the game and not playing, Roberts has to do a little bit more creating with the dribble drive.
Williams floats, can't hit, follows off the glass, and again Antonio Williams the want to, and a delivery for Kent State.
Well, when you shoot the shot, you know exactly where it's going. That was just a perfect example. Williams knew exactly where that ball was going to go. He was able to get the quick stick back. He's such a quick jumper. He was able to get in there before the defense.
Ali into the paint, kicks out Christian Jackson. Fake from the free throw line, lean in. Short this time, and commits the foul. That's his second. We've got a break. From the Jar in Akron, sold out 5,500 plus, standing room only for this great rivalry. Williams, the basket. You're watching Bracket Week on CBS Sports Network, presented by Kubota. Those games, you know all about it, Steve.
Well, Louisville and Kentucky, they go back and forth, so it's an important game. I don't care what the record is, it doesn't matter. And right now, this rivalry game, Kent State's playing awesome. They have 22 possessions and 0 turnovers, Rhino.
Only a freshman, Evan Bainbridge from Stowe, Ohio. Rob Sendroff told us pregame they would have beaten Bowling Green on Tuesday night. The great play of both Giovanni Santiago and Evan Bainbridge off the bench. Peterson back in as Bainbridge gets his job done for Kent State. Keep in mind that Lauren Christian Jackson picked up a second foul before the break. Fouled out of Tuesday's game against Ohio with 8:24 to go in the second half. And yet, Akron rallied, held the Bobcats to 17 points in the second half and won the game.
Yeah, they were losing. Akron was losing when he went out. Well, in the last foul he got was a ticky-tack foul. And John Gross was talking to us today. He's like, you don't need to do that. The foul he got against Ohio, he was 30 feet from the basket, reaching in. You need to be smart. They need him on the floor.
20 points a game. Just behind Northern Illinois' Eugene German for tops in the back. What a reverse layup by Antonio Williams, who has showed up to play tonight. He's got 8 in the first half. Explosive baseline move. Finishes with a left off the glass.
And he goes against bigger guys. That time he went underneath the basket, used the basket as like a screen, was able to lay it in.
Dribble, freshman from Cincinnati. Here's Banks, the senior. Steps back and hits. It's a 2. Kendall Banks.
Little Kemba Walker action. Little crossover step back. Right now, Akron came out of the gate really ablaze. They've settled down into it. Need to figure out how they're going to stop the dribble drive by Boomman Williams.
Williams needs help. Simons, 8 to shoot. Transfer from New Mexico and junior college. Falling away, hits another tough shot. That's the second time he's been able to spin and hit the fadeaway. Troy Simons for 2 more.
You can see why Rob Senderoff wants him shooting more. I mean, he does. He shoots too many high percentage shots for a guy that can shoot like that off balance.
Nice fake Williams on Williams. Antonio Williams did not think he fouled Xeyrius Williams, but he is whistled for the personal.
So you'll see this dribble drive. This is a big guy. Boomman Williams went up and around. Very, very strong move. And then Simons with the step back.
Back to Xeyrius Williams. His numbers. One more free throw. A senior from Springfield, Ohio. Played 3 years at Dayton. He's had a big season, tied for third in the MAC in rebounds per game behind Willie Jackson and Josh Mballa of Toledo and Buffalo. Christian Jackson continues to sit with 2 fouls. We saw him today. He's kind of laughed off the other night when they won the game. He was the cheerleader for Akron at the end with those 5 fouls, 8.5 to go in the second half. He can't do that again tonight, though, Wolfie, if they're going to win this game.
Well, and I think that right now, that was at the end of the game. He doesn't like sitting out. I mean, this is a guy, they were subbing him in, offense for defense, or defense for offense, to keep him out of foul trouble that game. It's just not the way he plays. You have to unleash him, but when you get in foul trouble early, it takes you out of the game.
Wow, Danny Pippen, really tough pass to catch in traffic from Peterson, and the righty finish as Kent State clicks in a half-court offense. Nice 2-man game. Peterson, Pippen. Kick out. Banks taking 3. Can't deliver, and there's Pippen with a rebound. It was a double-double waiting to happen. Rob Senderoff told us pregame, look, he's got to be a 3-level scorer. If he sits out the perimeter and hoists threes, we can't win. Look at Williams to the basket. Jets through traffic, can't finish this time. Too strong. Off the glass with a right hand. Man, is he quick.
I'll tell you, it is amazing how good Danny Pippen is. When he keeps his emotions under control, he's the best player in this conference.
Had a technical Tuesday against Bowling Green. Almost had a second one and got ejected. Was ejected for a flagrant 2 in our game against Ohio a week ago. Here's Reese. Too strong off the glass, and Pippen up high for the rebound. Case in point. And he really can be a force. But you got to be in the game to be a force.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really good road half here for Kent State so far. Pippen, 3. On cue, rattles out. Peterson kept it alive for Roberts, who tries. Pulls the trigger too strong. Long rebound, Simons. And a fresh 20 for Kent State. And a reach foul called against Cheese. We take a break from the jar. Jam-packed tonight for the Wagon Wheel Challenge.
Really dominated physically the interior of Akron. He had 20 points and 12 rebounds. For them to win, he's going to have to do the same thing tonight.
24 points and 10 rebounds, and 7th double-double of the season Tuesday in the home win over Bowling Green. Missed the Buffalo game with the back spasms. Return against Miami. A big year. Second of the team in threes made. Got great range. 26 of 29 games in double figures for Danny. All of last year out with 2 knee injuries. Hits 1 of 2.
But what he's got to do is understand the game enough. When he hits 3 or 4 outside jump shots, he's got to go back inside. He can't stay out there because his game is inside-outside.
One reason Kent State is up, no turnovers. Hard to imagine this late in the game, in the first half. There's Banks, there's a 3. And he looks at the Kent State bench with little intimidation. This is a big rivalry, and emotions can run high.
Well, I think that the best thing to do is get back on defense. But, you know, you're playing against a team, Kent, that can pretty much play with anybody. I mean, they are strong, and right now, they've been the stronger of the 2 teams. This is the guy they have to get the ball to.
Tough shot for Pippen. Thud, and it sticks. And that's a dead ball, and arrow points the other way.
Well, good play by React. Good switch. Lauren Jackson draws so much attention. Jump shooter's wide open. And Banks can knock it down from deep.
We talked to Channel pregame, and I said, unique name. Where'd that come from? He said, I'm not sure. I'm actually Channel Banks the 4th. Long line tradition, but he doesn't know the origin of the name. Just thinks it's great. It is special, he said. Yeah. Everybody knows me. That's right.
It is a great name.
Back iron miss there for Channel Banks. There's Antonio Williams having an all-MAC type here. Rob Senderoff thinks he should be first team. Tough to argue with the season that the guy that known as Boo Man in Kent, Ohio has had. There's Whittington, the jump hook, and again, when the 6'8" senior from Los Angeles gets free, and his game is all inside. The 1-2 punch with Pippen is tough. Other end, Christian Jackson back on the floor, converts with a left.
Well, it's interesting. You got on one side Whittington, one of the biggest guys on the court, scoring down low, and then turn around, one of the littlest guys gets it in the paint.
Bowling Green has tied that game with Buffalo, by the way, with an early rally to begin the second half. We'll keep you updated on that one. Banks, overplay, steal. Kendall Banks to take to the left. Can't hit, there's a foul. And he shoots here for Akron.
You know, talk about points in the paint. You know, there's different ways of getting the points in the paint. Here's Whittington playing against the bigger React with a nice little hook over the left shoulder. And then beating the defense down quickly is Christian Jackson. Talk about how quick he is. If you guard him too close, he'll go around you. If you don't guard him close enough, he's going to knock the three down.
Stay with us for AT&T at the half. Coming up, Adam Zucker, Khalid El-Amin, Ryan Howells, Gary Parrish, Jerry Palm will bring you all the latest news, scores, and highlights. And, of course, who's in, who's out, Jerry's latest NCAA tournament bracket. Oh, it's March Madness. It's bracketology time. With so much happening nationwide. Christian Jackson out. We saw a lot of substitutional situations for John Gross in the second half of the Ohio game. Doing the same thing here. Does not want Christian Jackson to pick up his third foul.
This is a time that I think you have to have Whittington and Pippen trying to get the ball inside. I'll tell you what, they have done a really good job. I was going to say before then, they did a great job. Almost the whole first half without a turnover. They now have 2 turnovers.
Just 2.
31 possessions without having a turnover.
So as we said, BG, the Falcons making a run up in West at Stroh Center.
Another guy from BG could be player of the year. Turner. I mean,
Justin Turner had a great year. They're going back and forth with Buffalo. Regular season finale. Christian Jackson, long three is way off the mark. And a rebound for Simons. Antonio Williams with a court speed with a left, but not close. Cheese. Rebound, run out, Akron. Tyler Cheese on the bounce. React the catch. And the jump hook for Dang React out of Melbourne, Australia. That was a great move. And the jar is rocking again.
Or transition. Making
2
that pass.
Really nice post moves, Wolfie, in this game for Dang React. Now it's part of a 9-2 zip run to take the lead back in a back and forth first half. Wagon wheel challenge continues. The great rivalry. Pippen to take. Can't get a roll for 2.
I like the idea.
React has the rebound.
I like the idea. Getting the ball inside. Pippen driving to the basket. He didn't settle for the 3.
Timeout. 47.6 seconds to go in our first half. So who will win?
Compared to what everybody thought. I mean,
picked last in the MAC East.
They've done a great job of rebuilding and getting things going. You know what Coach Montgomery has done. You know, Eugene German, I mean, he's a nice player. He's fun to watch. I mean, he's raised his game another level.
39 seconds and counting first half. 10 to shoot for Xeyrius Williams. The Dayton transfer. Falling away in double figures in this first half. That was nice. He's got 11.
Well, John Gross saw something. He called timeout. That was set up out of the timeout to get the ball into Williams' hands. Very smart move. Maybe he saw that he had a smaller man on him, that he could get a shot off, but it was one-on-one coverage. Smart timeout by John Gross.
Shot clock, game clock, almost exactly the same here. Final moments, first half. 10 to shoot.
And Roberts going to dribble drive and maybe look for Pippen stepping out.
4 seconds. Pippen, long 3. He's got it. Danny Pippen splashes a bomb triple to end the first half in style for Kent State.
It wasn't much. It was just Roberts throwing the ball. You thought maybe there'd be a little dribble drive, but nobody came out on Pippen. You got to guard a guy like Danny Pippen, and you see how far away Cheese is from him. Defensively for a big guy, the big deal is he's got to remember when he's knocking down threes, he's still got to worry about the inside. And Kent State's done an unbelievable job of getting the ball into the paint, and that's the reason why they're doing so well in this game, missing one of their key players in C.J. Williamson.
This year when leading at the half, Akron has won 18 of 20 games. Kent State went trailing 6 up, 11 down. And here we go. Lauren Christian Jackson limited in that first half. Did have 9 points on 3 of 7 shooting, the max second leading scorer. And Eugene German of Northern Illinois only played 15 minutes, but 2 fouls. Usually plays about 40 minutes a game. He rarely comes out. Roberts almost travels underway second half. Kent State on the road here tonight, trying for a season sweep of their arch rivals. Pippen's 3 is nowhere near the basket. Banks the rebound. The run out for Williams. Up he goes. Down it goes with the hammer. Xeyrius Williams.
That was great recognition and a quick pass. Too many times guys wait when they get the ball in transition and wait till the guy's too close to the basket. That time, Banks gave it up early. Don Williams for the easy dunk.
Simons at the end is fouled and hits a 3. Troy Simons' chance for a 4-point play as he hits his second 3-ball of the game.
Now watch how Banks gets the ball out quick. As soon as he sees that Williams has his man beat, he's able to take it down. And here's Simons raising up. And what, I don't know if anybody saw that, but Banks went over to the referee and said that Simons kicked his leg out and tripped him, and it sort of did look like that, but there still is a foul. Simons doesn't convert the 4-point play.
93s on the year now for Troy Simons. Banks at the end, step back 3. Front iron miss. Pippen has the rebound. Foul on Banks was his first a moment ago. Roberts to take, floats, teardrop off the glass, and in. That's a tough shot. High arcing rainmaker for Anthony Roberts.
Roberts isn't shooting a great percentage, but I'll tell you what, he's got 4 rebounds and 2 assists, and he's made some really nice plays in the half-court dribble drive.
G set up in the corner, can't convert, but Williams can! He soars and scars. Xeyrius Williams with the follow. The offensive glass and a chance for a 3-point play.
So Rhino, if he plays the way he's played the last 2 games, then Akron can run the table and get to the NCAA tournament. Good dribble drive once again by Christian Jackson, but watch the stick back quickly by Williams, who's got 15 points and 7 or 8 rebounds.
Wow. Pippen's second foul. What an effort by Xeyrius Williams. He played 3 years at Dayton and had a total of 13 starts. As a sophomore, about 8.5 points a game. Sat out last year as a transfer, 1-year player for the Zips, and man, has he made it count. Roberts, the take and the 2. That's a tough one-handed move for Anthony Roberts.
Back-to-back, really nice plays by Roberts. One time using the glass from the front. This time, one-handed drive using the backboard again.
Christian Jackson on the bounce, tough pass to catch there. For Dang Riak, and it's turned over.
Anthony Roberts has come to play here in the second half. Good pump fake, gets around Banks. Just takes it up very quickly before the defense can come over.
It's quite a move for the sophomore from Detroit. Whittington takes a seat. Buffalo now by 10 over BG in the second half. So Buffalo wins that game, and Akron is the #1 seed in the upcoming MAC tournament. And the Zips are the outright champs. Right now they've switched to the co-championship. Roberts looking for 3 in a row, can't convert. Finds the loose change, kick out. Williams thought about a 3. He'll drive instead. Hangs, can't hit. Rebound for Cheese.
Akron's got to match the physicality of Kent State right now.
The lefty surprisingly misses the reverse layup.
Yeah, but
and Trevor back has the rebound.
They're not being physical with Kent State. Kent State is being strong and physical. Akron is backing down a little bit. That time right there, Cheese went away from the basket instead of just trying to take it in and maybe get a little contact.
Roberts to take again, and yet again Anthony Roberts comes through. He spins. The reverse layup off the glass is perfect. What a second half for Roberts here.
He's been outstanding in the second half, Rhino, and he's coming straight into the basket and going through contact.
Christian Jackson at the end, launching a long 3. Can't click from long range. Pippen the rebound. He's got 5 boards tonight. 7 double-doubles this year. Simons and Tony Williams almost left the rock behind. Turvell back, UNLV transfer. On Riak. just too strong, just too good. He gets physical and lays it in. Timeout, Akron.
Right now, Rhino, Kent State is the more physical team. He's got to be more physical. You know, when he climbs that ladder, he's got to take that ladder and be strong with it. Right now, he's got to stop the guys getting to the basket on the defensive end. I think that Akron has to pick up their interior defense intensity. They're going to win this game.
Dribble! The lob and hammer. The play designed for Greg Tribble and his first field goal of the night. Emphatic alley-oop slam.
Called out of the timeout. John Gross, a master of doing that. Just a pick and roll. That gets straight to the basket.
Pippen gets physical. Beck, stick back for two. The desire, the energy, the emotion, the want-to tonight, you can tell. This is a rivalry game. These guys are playing hard.
And the points in the paint is dominated by Kent State. 30-16. You have to make sure you match that physicality on the low block, especially on defense if you're Akron.
8 to shoot. Lauren Kristen Jackson through traffic, weaves his way, looking for a kick out. Picked by Roberts. Here's the run out. Anthony Roberts to the basket. Too strong. Beck trying to find it and out of bounds. Leads us to a break. Greg Tribble, the Cincinnati kid. The alley-oop. Stop. Fun to watch. Kent State by 4. You're watching Bracket Week on CBS Sports Network, presented by Kubota.
Who I had a chance to text with this afternoon. Really excited for Travis to get his jersey hung from the rafters, or his banner up in the rafters.
Antonio Williams just lost the ball on the way to the basket, airmailed, and eventually comes to Akron on a wild play. Kristen Jackson, 9 points tonight. Relatively quiet for the MAC's second leading scorer. He's got 5 30-point games this year. A couple 35-point games, his career best. 9 to shoot. The diminutive Dynamo, 7 to shoot. He got hit in the face.
What's going on?
3 seconds, drives to the basket, hangs, can't hit, and he's slow to get up. He took a shot in the chops a moment ago. Roberts on the move. Good overplay, Tribble. Comes into the corner. Antonio Williams. Driving, leaves it off. No finish for Beck. And a foul call on Kent State. And Beck as he undercuts Xeyrius Williams. An update from the Stroh Center. 1:48 to go, second half. The Bulls by 6 on the Falcons at BG. If Buffalo wins that game, Akron is the regular season sole champion in the MAC and will take the #1 seed at next week's Mid-American Conference Tournament.
BG is struggling down the stretch. They are limping into this tournament. But once again, we say it's about everybody else. I mean, they have a great shot of winning this thing if they can just get hot, because they have the talent to do it.
Cheese, physical blocking foul. Northern Illinois plays Ball State, by the way. That game starts at 8 o'clock tonight.
And Roberts was moving. Chiefs still have a chance. Now it's out of bounds. I think that Akron has to have to take the ball to Kent State under the basket. You know, getting that lane. Kent State is doing a very good job of stopping that dribble drive. I was going to say, and not allowing second chance baskets.
Another Kent State foul. Cameron Reese trying to get over the back there. Bainbridge. And Evan Bainbridge picks up the personal, the freshman from Stowe, Ohio.
It's interesting how this game is playing out. We talked to Coach Senderoff today. You know, you wonder if he was just going to maybe rest some of his guys, get ready for Monday, because no matter what happens, they're going to play, you know, a home game. Beautiful pass inside.
There's Reese, up he goes for the big-time alley-oop dunk. Williams and Reese combine for some Akron magic.
Outside of that play, Kent State has come to play and just let down on defense there. You cannot let your man get too far behind you.
Falling apart now in the half court. Xeyrius Williams thinking 3. Not this time. Rattles out. Loose change comes to Giovanni Santiago. Roberts watched by Banks. Step back 3. Anthony Roberts has had himself a game. Second three ball. He's got 13 tonight. Golden Flashes playing a lot on the bench this evening. To Wolfie's point, Williams had it stripped. Reese kick out. Christian Jackson, not this time. Front iron miss, out of bounds. And Beck, great effort, baseline. Out of bounds to Akron.
Well, when you're trying to you have to get physical inside. Here's the arc, the restricted area. Watch the beautiful inside play and clear out by Reese. Gets the ball down low, deep inside. And that time he just had the advantage on Bainbridge and was able to get an easy bucket. That's what I'm talking about, being physical. Use your body, get position, and hopefully the guys in the perimeter will get you the ball.
Bainbridge, Beck, out for now. Christian Jackson, whoa, what happened there off the side of the backboard? Simons got knocked down by Lauren Christian Jackson, but finds Santiago. Here's the freshman.
Well, back to the point about whether playing the long bench and getting guys playing time. Rob Senderoff said it at least 5 times. I want to win this game. I mean, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm going to win this game. But I have to win Monday too.
2017, last time Kent State went to the NCAA tournament. Lost to UCLA in the first round after winning the MAC tournament. Foul call on Giovanni Santiago. It's his second for the freshman from Puerto Rico.
I think Rob Senderoff got his answer with Bainbridge and Santiago. You know, he said, I had to play him last game because we had guys down, and they came in and helped us win the game along with Pippen and Williams. But they have equated themselves quite nicely here this evening. And I think he knows he can count on them when he puts them in the game on Monday, because they haven't played for a month.
Needs him now. Dribble, baseline, up he goes! Down it goes! How about great dribble? Baseline, hammer dunk! The throwdown for the freshman from Cincy.
Now that excites the crowd.
Roberts other end, can he stay hot? No, back iron miss on a 3. Dribble the rebound. Christian Jackson and Santiago come together. Third foul, Giovanni Santiago.
Now Tribble is not the tallest guy, but he is very athletic. Talking to John Groves, he said, listen, if he was on a different team, he'd be a freshman on the all-freshman team, but he just doesn't get as many minutes. He doesn't get as many touches because they're on the best team in the conference. But this guy works on a consistent jump shot. He will be first or second team All-MAC next year.
And a big dunk against Ohio. And that second half surge rally for Akron on Tuesday. Into the corner, bangs. Heel to rim miss. Contact foul, Xeyrius Williams. Timeout from a sold-out Jar on the Akron campus. 1 possession.
Who's a guy that's played here 4 years for Kent State. 6'6", 6'7". That's a strong play. And pound for pound, I think Tribble is going to be a fantastic player by the time he leaves this Zips program.
John Gross told us today during the Zip shoot-around he's an elite athlete. And Wolfie, to your point that if it wasn't such a guard senior transfer-laden roster, Tyler Cheese and, of course, Lauren Christian Jackson, Channel Banks, well, Greg Tribble will get a lot more playing time. But remember the name next year. He'll be a big force here at the Jar.
He's just got to get consistent with his jump shot. It's hard to see how good he can be because he doesn't have as much playing time with the seniors involved in, but he's athletic and he knows the game.
Short Simons, Peterson rebound. Santiago thought about launching a 3. Thought better of it with a fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Golden Flashes. Peterson, 2-man game, Whittington. Spins. Can't score. And a rebound for Williams.
And he was really deep. I thought he had React beat. If he would have been a little more physical with React, he could have got a foul or get into the paint or get into the basket.
Christian Jackson can't convert again. Had it blocked by Whittington last second. Track down rebound, Santiago.
Looks like Christian Jackson is a little bit overhyped. He just needs to take a step back. You know, let the game come to him a little bit. Right now, he is all over the place and struggling with his offensive game. He's only 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6 from behind the arc.
Missed his last 6 shots. He has struggled.
Well, and to say struggled, as you look at the shot clock, getting down to 4.
Peterson kept it alive. Look at the hustle for Mitch Peterson. He's a glue guy. Coach Senderoff told us pregame. Case in point, Roberts steps into the corner. Can't hit a 3. Here's Whittington, a weak side rebound. Philip Whittington, stick back for 2.
Wow. That's just hustle. That's just effort. And Mitch Peterson, as Coach Senderoff told us today, he said he's played in an NCAA game. He's won a lot of games for us here at Kent State. He's one of those guys that he really roots for and wants to see get back to Cleveland.
Traveling call, Dangriak.
See here, Roberts with the miss, and Whittington. Banks had a box out, but Whittington's a bit bigger than he was able to get it and lay it in. And right now with Akron 0 of 8 from behind the three-point line in the second half. They're struggling on the offensive end and are not stopping Kent State in the paint on the defensive end.
About a minute left at the Stroh Center. 2-point Buffalo lead. So this is really going to be interesting, Wolfie, in the next few minutes. The BG Buffalo game will finish first. It started half an hour earlier. Kent State wins. BG wins. Well, it's a Bowling Green top seed. They would win the tiebreaker with Akron.
Well, wouldn't Kent State, a rival, love to knock Akron out of that first spot,
oh,
too?
would they ever. Something to remember in the rivalry. Williams, offensive foul.
And I know the crowd doesn't like that, but watch, you can watch Williams uses his offhand to get his 3rd foul. You cannot get an advantage using that arm. Now watch that arm, he puts it right out there. That is a foul, it's easy to see. And that's going to be an offensive foul every time. I don't care if the defender's moving. You can't get an advantage using your off arm.
Williams kicks to nobody. Well, Tervel Beck on it, but he was on the bench. Out of the game, unfortunately, for Kent State. So it's turned over right back to Akron. Oh, Rob Senderoff knows that was a missed possession.
He is
opportunity.
He is so competitive. I mean, but we've gotten to know him, and I love talking to him because he's honest. He'll tell you the truth. Some of the things we can't say, but he tells you the truth, which is
very blunt, isn't it?
He is a really underrated coach. I'll tell you what.
It's a final. So Buffalo has hung on in the last seconds to beat Bowling Green, 88-84. Akron is the 2020 Mid-American Conference regular season champs. They will be the #1 seed at the upcoming MAC tournament in Cleveland coming up on Thursday, the quarterfinals. We'll have semifinal coverage for you on CBS Sports Network on Friday night. #1 seed, first time ever in John Gross's coaching career. That includes the Sweet 16 run in 2012 at Ohio.
He doesn't know it, and that's why he's looking that way. If he had hair, he'd be pulling it out. 3 straight turnovers by Akron. They're not taking care of the ball, and they're not getting physical on the defense.
Peterson a miss. Christian Jackson for Williams. Transition 3. He banks it in! Xeyrius Williams!
What time is it, Rhino? 8:02.
8:02 local time in Akron, and Pete Gill, this is for you. The banks are open. It wasn't Channel Banks. It was Xeyrius Williams. Wow, he just got a shrug. Peterson the drive, can't hit. Whittington the 1-2, blocked by Dangriak. And here comes Christian Jackson. Williams again, hits again. Xeyrius Williams. Xeyrius Williams hits one off the glass. Yes, the banks are open in Akron, Ohio. And then in the corner, he will parry a deep 3. You're watching Bracket Week on CBS.
The 3-point shooting the last couple minutes has been really helped. Little scrum, no big deal. Wasn't a fight. It wasn't any big deal at all. No technicals at all.
It is a rivalry that started 105 years ago. It's the Wagon Wheel Challenge, all sports on the varsity level at Kent State and Akron. separated by 12.5 miles. Play for the Wagon Wheel Challenge. Scores kept throughout the year. Tallied up at the end of the spring sports season. Williams lost it. React takes it. Christian Jackson on the move. Floats. Into the corner for Banks. Way short. Rebound Whittington.
The last 4 possessions, Lord Christian Jackson has put it back in the holster, and he's passing the ball and distributing. He's a guy that got Williams those shots. He's done a very good job of not trying to force the shots.
Pippen thinking 3. Buries it from Santiago. Danny Pippen's second 3-ball of the game.
Well, he's been inside working the paint. He decides to bring it back outside. Smart decision. Nobody got him. He was wide open from behind the arc. Shoot it.
Williams, too strong. Long rebound, Williams for Kent State. Williams, Antonio, who pulls up, needs a bailout. Whittington trails, and is fouled. On the way to the basket, no foul. That was just a screech from the fans. Thought it was a whistle.
I thought it was a whistle.
It's loud in here.
I didn't think there was a foul, but I thought it was a whistle.
Me too. Cheese, physical.
When you're playing against Danny Pippen, Williams has got to be out there. He's sunk too deep in that defense, worrying about the inside play, because that's where they were getting beat. Kent State was hammering the inside. That time, everybody sunk in. Nice pass by Santiago for the 3.
Blocking foul call on Simons, their partner, so Cheese to the free throw line. Kent State 7 fouls. So that was a whistle blown by a fan. That's why we were fooled, because it was in fact a whistle. The PA announcer saying, do it again and you'll be ejected from the arena. The security officials here looking for who blew the whistle a moment ago. It came from the corner to our right.
Well, we thought it was,
we all did, yeah.
It's like, what was a call? I had no idea. It didn't look like it was a foul.
Cheese misses the front on the 1-on-1. And a 1-possession game. Here comes Kent State. Akron's already wrapped up the top seed in the upcoming MAC tournament. They are MAC regular season champs, but forget about that now. For the next 6:44, it's all about the rivalry. Akron has wrapped up the #1 seed. That is locked now as Bowling Green loses again. Kind of falling apart down the stretch for Coach Huber. Now the Bulls, the 2-time defending champs in the MAC tournament. 4 seed, top 4 seeds to bye in the quarterfinals on Thursday in Cleveland.
Well, this is a rivalry game, and it's going to get physical. You can't call a foul on everything. I think that the referee's done a really good job of keeping this in check, because we've had so many issues with rivalry games, whether it was Kansas State or the old Xeyrius UC a couple years ago.
Williams, great take, but no finish off the heel of the rim. He can't believe he missed it. He should dunk that. We've seen him do it many times this year. Christian Jackson is called for a walk, and the fans here at Akron are not pleased.
Let's see right here.
I mean, Simons definitely pushed him.
Well, I think that first, little contact, but the contact.
You're all for letting him play tonight. I like it. I like it.
You know, it's a rivalry game, and if they were playing in the backyard and there's no officials, they wouldn't be crying about it. But you have to get in there and mix it up a little bit.
10 to shoot. Here's Simons the backhand on Christian Jackson.
Great defense.
Kicks into the corner. Long 3, launch, miss from Roberts. Rebound Cheese.
Right now, you have to. That's exactly what you got to do. Get it to the basket.
Can't hit the layup, but he will shoot some free throws. Tyler Cheese back to the line. Team's second leading scorer. 16 points a game. Only has 3 points tonight on 1-3.
You have to get physical inside, not only on the defensive end, but you have to get to the basket. You got Williams, who's been playing a super game offensively, but you really haven't gotten much from anybody else. Jackson has 9, Banks has 10, but nobody really shooting the ball very well.
He shoots at 82.3% from the line. Dan Riak returns. Banks is back. Williams and Tribble are out for now for Akron. One more here for Tyler Cheese, senior from Albany, Georgia. Florida Southwestern State junior college transfer. final home game of his career. Hits 2.
Well, we're back to 0, partner. What do you expect?
Again.
What do you expect in a rivalry game? And it's rarely ever a blowout.
Games are fun to cover. Pippen in the corner. Splashes a deep 3. Danny Pippen does it again with a 3-ball. 14 points tonight.
And Rhino, that's just a hard place to play. You got Danny Pippen guarded by Riak. So Pippen's stronger than low down low in the paint. But then if he pulls him out, Riak can't get to the outside jump shot.
Riak is fouled and shoots 2 free throws.
You'll see here, Riak is in the paint, and good pass. Riak can't get out there quick enough. That's just not his game. He's an inside player. So using the Swiss Army knife Pippen to take advantage on the dribble drive and then the outside jump shot against a bigger guy that's not as quick.
Check that. Reese is fouled and shoots 1 more free throw. Back iron miss on the first. 3 threes tonight for Pippen. He's got 14 points and 5 rebounds, bidding for an 8th double-double on the year. It's a guy who had 7 blocks, a school record in a single game this year. Elite athlete. And yes, sometimes the emotions, as Williams is back in for Akron, get the best of Danny Pippen. But when he's on, he's dangerous.
You know what? If he can get his emotions under control, he is a physical player that has a finesse game. And you just don't see that very much. He can bring it outside, but he can also get to the rim and also score with his back to the basket.
Case in point on Banks, baseline. Short this time, Roberts up high, battling for it. It's out of bounds. Antonio Williams was crashing the offensive glass. And it's going to stay with Kent State here.
Pippen's got some bad knees. I mean, if he gets hit, a lot of times Coach Senderoff asks him, hey, do you want to go today? Because he has really got bad old man knees, and he plays hard.
Simon's blocked by Banks. Dang Riak to track down on the loose change. Threes on the baseline. Kicks for Banks for 3. Short. Riak. Weak side offensive glass and a kick out to his former high school teammate Lauren Christian Jackson. Good hustle play by Dang Riak. Christian Jackson to the basket. Whoa, hits the floor hard and earns that trip to the free throw line shooting 2.
Well, when you're small, you have to figure out what you're going to do. He goes underneath the basket to go shoot it at the opposite side, which basically engages a defender to get the foul. You know, he would have gotten that block if he would have stayed on the left-hand side of the basket. This is a smart play by Lauren Christian Jackson.
Misses the free throw. Which is rare. He shoots 88%.
Not his best game. 3 for 12 from the field. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but he has 5 turnovers. Now Akron is in the double bonus.
Double figures. Christian Jackson, the 4th best free throw shooter in the MAC. Hits 1 of 2. And Kent State by 1 in our back and forth wagon wheel rivalry game. Exactly what we expected. The intensity.
You got Riak guarding Wellington, so big on big, but you have Williams and Pippen. See if Pippen tries to take him down low.
Pippen, everything but go down. Long rebound for Banks. Foul in the backcourt. Against Tervel Beck of Kent State. Golden Flashes by 1. Just 1 for Kent State. Coming up next, they're caught up on all your college hoops and conference tournament action. Wyoming, Utah State, 9 and 11:30 Eastern here on CBS Sports Network. Coming up tonight. So, a lot on the line. We know already that Akron is the top seed. A win tonight for Northern Illinois will take the 3 seed. Buffalo has clinched the bye. We'll get that bye with a Northern Illinois win as well. So a lot is happening in the Mid-American Conference, the regular season finale. Banks, 1 more free throw.
Well, Akron's been able to get back in this game because they've done a very good job the last 6 minutes on the inside game of Kent State. Kent State has 30 points in the paint, but they haven't got in the paint and scored in the last 6:31. And that's been the key for them coming back.
Northern Illinois playing Ball State tonight. That game is underway. Huskies, Mark Montgomery would love to have a top 4 seed and a spot in the quarters Thursday in Cleveland next week. Williams on the bounce. Step back Roberts had a big game. One iron miss, Williams the rebound. 22 points and 11 rebounds. Double-double for Xeyrius Williams.
Good to see Akron to settle down, try to get the ball inside to Riak. You got Williams on the perimeter, you got Riak down low, who's very efficient. Look for him.
Two-man game, Riak to catch the layup from Tyler Cheese.
Just like you draw it up, get the ball into the big guy. Slowed down, ran a half-court offense.
Timeout, Rob Senderoff. Kent State has missed 7 of its last 8, and Akron has a 3-point lead. But he missed the 3.
Of getting the NCAA tournament, and we talked to John today about his coaching pedigree. He's getting to an age now where they got a pretty good coaching tree. Thad Matta, Coach Sean Miller. You have Archie Miller, Herb Sendek, Charlie Coles. There's a lot of these guys. Travis Steele, who's his brother, who's at Xavier. So this is a guy, John Gross, who knows how to get it done. He's turned this program around.
John Gross 2-3 against Kent State as the Akron head coach. Overall, including his time at Ohio, 6-8 head-to-head against the Golden Flashes. Would love to get a win here tonight on senior night. Kent State Cole trying to change that. Simons, corner 3, buries it. Troy Simons, a deep triple.
Outside jump shots by Simons. That's the rule for Coach Senderoff. He wants to get Simons the ball in positions where he can score. Simons only has 13 points, but he's only shot the ball 7 times. Back to what Rob Senderoff says, sometimes I wish he'd shoot more.
Third stop, JUCO at Polk State. Also, New Mexico in the Mountain West. Look at our game trends. It's gone back and forth tonight as we expected. A 1-point game the last time these teams met. They split last year. Kent State won at home on senior night. Akron won big at home here at the Jar. Cheese. Deep 3. Tyler Cheese connects.
Well, Pippen was down on Riak, so he took Pippen, the tall guy, athletic guy, away from the perimeter. Had him guarding Riak. Cheese wide open from that outside jump shot.
Peterson back in for Kent State. Antonio Williams has the mismatch on Christian Jackson and now has a chance for a 3-point play.
I'll tell you what, you want to get your athletic guy. Pippen's going to go all the way back into the paint to help out on Riak. You see him down low? And that leaves a wide open jump shot for Cheese, but now Williams going back and trying to get one an old-fashioned way.
Gets the roll. Antonio Williams has 11.
Well, they're going to get Pippen on the box out. And that's
3 fouls on Danny Pippen.
He just needs to just calm down. You don't need a technical foul at this stage of the game.
Let's take a look at the free throw by Williams.
Well, Riak is boxing him out.
You guys there.
I don't know if I agree with that call, to tell you the truth, because you looked. Riak was boxing, Cheese was pushing down. I think it was at best a no call. And I think they'll figure that out when they go back. They're still going to call him for the foul, but both their team out of it. And that, he's just too good. They need him for 40 minutes, and they need him under control.
So foul on Pippen is third. Here's Dang Riak to the free throw line. One more for Dang. Grad student. Transfer from ECU in the American Conference. Hits a couple. 72% free throw shooter comes through. Akron by 2.
Now, right now, I would get the ball into Danny Pippen. We've talked about his emotional state, getting strong. He is the guy that has the 1-2. Look for him to get the rebound or get the ball.
Simon's up a curl, can't hit. Foul called. Xeyrius Williams battling with Pippen.
But that's where it's a fine line. You want him to calm down, but you know he's going to be involved in this play. Watch him get over there. Williams can't get the position on Pippen. And that's going to be Williams. Is that Williams' fourth foul?
Four fouls, Xeyrius Williams. Inbounds play. Roberts for two.
Penn State is not going away. I mean, as Rob Senderoff told us today, I'm pleased. We played in the last 6 games. We played 5 full games hard, and we had one 20-minute game against Eastern Michigan. We didn't play hard in 120 minutes. And he likes the way his team's playing right now.
Christian Jackson really having trouble tonight. He's been harassed all evening long by several Kent State defenders. And Williams gets whistled for his fourth.
That time right there was Christian Jackson lost his footing looking for the foul, but wide open Roberts for layup.
Top 5 in the MAC free throw shooting this year. Hits the first.
Akron 17 of 20 from the free throw line, shooting at 85%. That bodes well in a close game like this.
92 threes. Christian Jackson will lead the Mid-American Conference. Only 1 tonight, though. 1 of 6 from 3. Hits crucial free throws. 4 fouls. Williams. 1 possession game. Everyone on their feet here at the Jar in Akron.
You've got to have a 2-man game, and Pippen's got to touch the ball.
Williams a take too strong. Stick back off the mark. Rebound for Cheese.
No need to foul if you're Kent State. Play good, solid defense. And if you're Akron, run the shot clock down, but try to look inside to react. Christian Jackson will probably be in the dribble drive mode. See if there's guys on the perimeter looking for their jump shot.
Crossover dribble, Christian Jackson for 2. What a move by the MVP in all likelihood in the MAC. That was something. 4-point game, foul. Christian Jackson.
There's no need to do that. That's one of those fouls. You just let him go. He's got 4 fouls. It's this beautiful move by Christian Jackson, just parting the seas. Bennington's not able to get back there.
1-1 for Roberts of Kent State. Shoots 76%. What a move by Christian Jackson. The crossover ankle breaker in the paint. And now it's Roberts. Huge free throw opportunity for the Golden Flashes.
And
hits the first.
Basically, you bail out because of a ticky-tacky foul on the perimeter. 30 feet, 25 feet from the basket. You don't need to do that. You want to keep your hand out using your feet. You don't want to risk that foul. Now the clock stops and gives Kent State an opportunity to cut it to 2. There's lots of time right now in this game.
30.2 in the game. Roberts hits a pair. He's got 17 tonight, 4 shy of his career best set against Towson earlier this year.
Possessions they've scored on. They got to get the ball in, and they got to get it over the half-court line. If I'm Kent State, you try to trap them. If not, you have to foul.
Cheese 2-on-1 with Dang React. Wisely pulls it out and foul. 21.3 to go in regulation. 3 on Anthony Roberts. Now here comes Cheese to the free throw line. 82.3% on the season entering play here tonight. And 2 of 3 so far in this game for the lefty from the charity stripe. 1 more.
This one right now, that one's important because they can't beat you with they can tie you with a 3, but they can't beat you. This one makes it a 2-possession game. Still, with 21 seconds left, that's eternity in a college basketball game. There's so many things and twists that can go for either team.
Cheese hits 2, 19 straight double-figure games he's played in. Remember that 1-game suspension after bumping the official at Bowling Green? 20 seconds left, a 4-point game. 2 free throws, Cheese, huge for Akron. Simons at 3, it's partially blocked, and a foul call. 3 free throws coming up here as Williams has fouled out with 11.7 seconds to go in the second half. 3 free throws on the way for Simons.
Let's see if we can see where the foul is. It's hard angle.
There is a video review underway.
They're going to give him 3.
Make sure he's behind the line when he launched, which he did.
Yeah, you never foul the jump shooter.
Coming up.
Looks like he hit his hand at the end there, but you just don't foul the jump shooter. You stay up there, you wall up. You can't swat at the ball. Well, Simons.
Big game for Williams, partner out with 22 points and 12 rebounds. Another double-double for Xeyrius Williams. His 12th of the year, tied for 3rd in the MAC, entering play tonight with double-doubles. Simons has missed his only free throw attempt of the night. Shoots 83%. First of 3, gets a roll.
So he makes all 3 of these, or if he makes, just 2 of these. There's lots of times. So what you want to do is you want to make sure when Kent State gets the ball in, you don't let them get it over half court. You have to foul them in the backcourt, preserve some of that time. Be ideal to foul him before the ball comes inbounds.
Senior from Pittsburgh. Has a 7 3-pointer game this year against Ohio. 4th in the MAC in threes per game. Had a great season. Trying to hit all 3. Gets a roll again on 2 of the 3. 1-point game, 11.7 to go second half. And as soon as the ball is inbound, a level foul.
And having that ball roll to half court is in the benefit of Kent State. Really, if you're Akron, get the ball and throw it in quickly before the defense has a chance to set up. Now you have to foul. They fouled Lauren Christian Jackson, who's the best free throw shooter on the team. And Akron has made their last 8 free throws. 21 of 24. Well, there's no timeouts left, and right now, Rob Senderoff is trying to work a play out on the side, and the referees are screaming and blowing the whistle to get him back. How about that? Rob Senderoff.
He's saying that's not a timeout. What is going on here?
A timeout in there.
It was quick. It was very quick.
John Gross is not happy. But Coach Senderoff has his board out there. He had all 5 of his guys around it. He was designing a play.
Christian Jackson hits the first.
Because right now, it's going to be a 3-point game. I mean, you still have a chance. There's lots of time. But he's got no timeouts left.
Stuck that in, didn't he?
He did.
There's a reason he's the all-time wins leader in Kent State history, Rob Senderoff. Well, gamesmanship there.
He's turning around to the fans, and he's sitting there laughing. It was actually pretty funny. Good gamesmanship.
Christian Jackson, 7 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Hands 2. Dribble in. 3-point game, 10.5 to go. Second half.
And Santiago, who hasn't played much this year, as the guys run the point.
Antonio Williams, Santiago, the fake. A foul first. With 3.9 seconds to go in regulation, and no 3 for Kent State.
That may be the smartest play. I don't know if it was set up, but you'll see Santiago gets the ball, drives on dribble, and he fouls him before he has a chance to shoot the ball. So it's going to be the bonus, so he'll get a chance to shoot 1-and-1.
He's only taken 8 free throws all year. A freshman from Puerto Rico and Hargrave Military Academy. Played on the Puerto Rican national team, about 12 points a game, 5.5 assists. So here we go.
So, he can make them both. He makes the first one.
1-and-1, the left he hits.
So, and then you can try to miss this one. I typically say try to make it. You still got 4 seconds left. Try to get a steal or a quick foul.
Let's see what Rob Senderoff has in mind.
We got two great rebounders in there, but they're going to be looking for Pippen if he misses it. He tried to miss that.
He did try to miss it, and it went in anyway.
But you got a foul right now before the ball comes in.
Quick foul.
So it should be 3.8 seconds, I would think, is when the foul was called.
Three fouls, Troy Simons. Officiating crew making sure that Coach Senderoff doesn't sneak in another quick timeout with his 5 on the hardwood. As Peter says, come on, let's move it along. Zips have made their last 10 free throw attempts. And now it's Banks shooting 2. Wow, 11 in a row.
So this time, but you have to pass the ball court. Dribbling up is not going to make it. There's enough time to get a good shot. They're not going to be able to run the same play they ran before, but you got Antonio Williams with the ball. I'd have Pippen on one side, and I'd have Simons on the other side. Let him dribble, drive, and kick really quickly. But they have Williams taking the ball out of bounds.
Banks hits 2. 1 possession game, 3.7 to go. Antonio Williams sprints up court, lets it fly for the tie. It's off, and that's it. Akron hangs on to win the Wagon Wheel Challenge game over arch rival Kent State, 79-76. What a game tonight from the Jar.